What does Grooveblog look like right now? Of course, I backed Groove in May 2019 to get Groove pages. I told that story here on the channel. I'll leave a link up in the cards as well as in the description. Also, grab a free account to Groove. This is what you get right now, Thursday, April 20th, 2023. Inside of your free Groove account, you can click on Grooveblog, and then you can come in here and you can simply click on New Blog, and you can create a new blog under the grooveblog.com subdomain. Now, I have this blog right here that I created that I was going to start playing around with. I even went so far as to go to the settings and connect the domain, and you can see that here. If I was to take that domain, affiliatemarketertools.com/blog, and put it into Google PageSpeed Insights, you can see the mobile is getting a performance of 71, 91, 83, and 83 across the board for accessibility, best practices, and SEO. The desktop scores are comparable. Now, one of the things that you do not have is the ability to customize that, but this would be the same if you went to Wix and you bought a Wix blog. You are buying what you are buying when you are buying a blogging platform versus hosting using WordPress. If you get Wix or you get Squarespace, you are buying the tool like Grooveblog, where you come in here and you simply select create new blog. You create it on their subdomain, and or you build out the blog, and then you utilize their settings to connect your domain, in this case affiliatemarketers.tools, and then you use the tools as they present them to you, for example, to create a blog post. These are their sample blog post inside of Grooveblog. So what you do is you then click and you open the editor, and this is the editor that you have right now. You have the ability to add a feature image. You have the ability to change your post slug, change your publish date here, as well as select your categories or click add a new category. These are all things that you would expect to be able to do inside of a blog if you're utilizing Wix as an example or Squarespace. But the thing that I don't like right now that Groove says that Grooveblog replaces WordPress. That, in my opinion, is unequivocally not true. Unequivocally not true, because WordPress, does it replace WordPress, the basic installation of WordPress? Yes. Does it replace the ability to install WordPress and then customize it with the myriad of plugins that are available out there, paid and or free? Absolutely not. It simply is not true. But you can do the things that they say you can do, and you can get started for free by simply clicking the link in the description and following along with what I'm doing here. Again, we're back inside of the editor. You do have the ability to edit a few things. They have some metadata options, your open graph options, as well as the ability to add some custom CSS code, so you can play around with all of that. One thing that I do have a problem with right now inside of the editor, if I was to add a heading here and I wanted to make this a heading 2, I can just highlight that and I can make that a heading 2, and you can see that that does work. Also, I can double click it and then I can do the other things that you would expect to be able to do inside of a text editor. But if I was to go here and I was to enter a carriage return, of course, at any point you can click this plus and then you can add images. It will open up and load the image editor where you can upload your own image. You can use the free stock photos. For example, if you wanted a dog photo, you would simply type dog. It would go find you a dog photo. There's also this thing called Groove Designer Pro. I'm not going to dive into that. I don't use it. I use Canva. But you have the ability to add an image, and then you can simply click on that and you can add an image, and it will put the image in there for you. Then again, if you want to delete it, you simply can just hit the trash can and it'll go away. But let's say I was using some type of tool like ChatGPT to generate me some text, and I simply wanted to come and I wanted to copy and paste this text in here. Not a good idea, but you can do it, or it can be done. But the problem here is now that once you make this edit, things like this start happening. I am unable, or you can see here that this works. So copying and pasting from ChatGPT seems to work, but if you wanted to clear out the formatting, and this is the issue that I found, what I like to do lots of times is copy from this into my text tool, and then that clears the formatting, and then I copy that. Then I would take that back into Grooveblog, and then you can see here that it doesn't work. So this happened to me as I was testing Grooveblog just yesterday, but you can see that it's not consistent. That is the message that I want to deliver here. Right now, the text editor is not consistent, because if you clear out this formatting, now you can see the things that are happening to me. And of course, that was me using my text editor tool, the tool that I use, and that is a problem for me. But if I copied it directly from ChatGPT, or if I had that same text inside of a Google Doc and I was to select all that text and to copy it and take it back into Grooveblog and then paste it in, here you can see it is working again the way that you would expect it to. Just a heads up, something that I ran into, and it was something that caused me problems and might cause you problems as well, but it does work. Then you have the ability here to exit, and then when you exit, you can save. And then when you go back, those changes won't be live until you actually go under this, or actually, there used to be a publish button up here, or actually if I go under home, let me go back under blog here and not open blog. If you go under open blog, or in this case, you can see this has changed. So there is a little bit of an inconsistency there. I had a different button a second ago. That was under post. Here we go. So under post, that's my confusion. I was under post. If you're inside and you're editing the post, you can see here you have a publish button, but if you are to exit and you save that, it didn't actually get published. You can't publish it from here. You can either go back under edit, or you can go under home. Again, not under home. Home takes you back to where you have your blogs. Click open blog. Then you have your blog here, and you can click publish, and you can see here I can visit the blog. And then when I visit the blog, you can see here that my lorem ipsum, it actually did publish that. And the reason I believe it did that is because it's already a blog post that I had published. If I was to come under blog post and click new post, and these are the kinds of things that I'm discovering all the time as I literally play with this tool and get used to it. Let me go ahead and put a heading 1 here and enter a title here. Title for this blog post, we'll go ahead and we will make this a heading 1. And then if I was to exit and save, this is what I wanted to show you. That is then a draft. Then it is not published. If you were to go back and you were to restart that or reload that and then go to the blog, you can see that that did not get published. Until what I was trying to show you here is you don't publish from inside of post. They don't even have an option here to publish without going back under edit. Or don't go back to home, because if you click home, it takes you back to all of your blogs. Then you have to reopen the blog. Then you are on the blog homepage, and then you have the publish option here, or you have the publish option here, but they don't have that option under the post option unless you are editing the blog inside of here, and you can see that it is in draft. Then you have your categories, then you have some themes. They only have one theme. You can click here to customize the theme. That will open up these options where you can change the font, you can change the font size, you can change the body font, and you have some color options as well as some overlay transparencies here for images. Also something that I'm not sure what is, nav menu down with. You can play around with that and see what it does. Of course, I changed that again. I don't know what that does, and there's no help here, so it didn't explain it. So that's a little confusing. You do have a layout here. You can change your home page, post page. You can show a sidebar, show categories, and you can toggle all these so you can see the categories right there going away. All options that you can play with. Close that out. Or actually, this little cogwheel does the same thing as well. It slides that, or it's supposed to slide that in and out. I thought it would slide it in and out, but it doesn't slide it in and out there. And you can exit here, and then if you exit, that takes you back to your theme. Actually, under post, if I go under post and click edit here, That little cogwheel, it does work here. Check this out. It actually works there. So it's a little different. Again, inconsistencies that I'm seeing right now again, and I am dating this video because I want you to understand that this is what I see right now, April 20th, 2023, because I am actually running a case study right now where I'm using this blog to do some blogging and check and see how things are going. And then you have your navigation here, which is all drag and drop like what you see with the page builder or Groove pages. And then here you can also get rid of this call to action button. I believe if you go back to the blog, get started for free, that call to action button is right here. So if you toggle that and go back to the page and refresh it, it's not going to make that change, or it did make that change. So you don't have to hit publish to change the navigation menu. So that's a quick note on that. Again, here are the settings. Under settings, you have the ability to customize SEO, but only to the point that you can set the blog post URL, the tag URL, and the categories URL. And I'll show you that real quick by going back under the blog, affiliatemarketertools.com/blog. Of course, that's what I set it up. I set it up to post or to have the blog under the file or the folder blog. Then if you are to click on categories, you will see that then it is blog categories. Then if I'm to click on the post, you will see that it is blog post and then the name or typically the keyword of the blog. And those settings here can't be changed. Well, they can be changed. You can change the slug, but you can't get rid of that post and or categories type configuration. You can change the name of it, but you can't get rid of it. Then you have your domain settings here. You have the ability to change your logo, a favicon, add your social links, comments. You can integrate with Facebook. Then you have a form here. You have the copyright text. If you were to go back to the page and scroll down, that is down here. Then you go back and you have the ability to embed ads. Again, if you're running or you get your blog to the point where you want to monetize with ads, Google Ads or some other type of ad network, tracking in pixels, this is going to be for setting up your Google Analytics and Search Console. Then you have your OG and all your meta settings, as well as an RSS feed that you can set up. So you can see you do have all of those options. Again, if you click this home button, it takes you back to the home where your blogs are. Then you can either click open blogs or you can click edit. You also have the ability to share or to clone your blog. And then once you're in here, you have the ability to edit. Actually, you have the ability to view what your blog looks like right now before you click publish. And that is Grooveblog right now, April 2023, what it looks like, what you can do with it, and how it compares to, or how it would compare in my mind to using WordPress. It doesn't compare when you have the simple fact of with WordPress that you can go out and get free plugins and buy plugins and customize a WordPress blog to do almost anything. But it is comparable, in my opinion, with Wix and Squarespace. If you were to dive into those, the price point as well as the features that they have inside of those blogging platforms, which is what Grooveblog is. It is a blogging platform built into Groove to go along with all the other Groove apps. Got any questions? Ask them in the comments. Thanks for watching. If the video helped you, give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you later.